this live reading. I'm a little late. It's January 30th. The new moon was yesterday. How has it been for everybody? I'm just gonna have a coffee. The wind. So some of you guys know I'm in Morocco. I'm teaching yoga every day at a surf school. And the wind is quite wild. And when that happens, all like the doors and shutters and the windows are like batting against each other. So sleep has been a bit off skis, but you know, it's life and we crack on. I've just told the Instagram crew that we're gonna go live and inviting Instagram to join us here on YouTube. I am gonna continue to post on Instagram and then through to Facebook, but I'm, you know, with everything going on, I'm quite prepared to just disengage the meta. And I'm also on TikTok, so feel free to join TikTok. We're working on stuff over there. And when I get enough followers on TikTok, I'll definitely do live readings there as well. It's been really interesting talking to more people, like new people, international folk that are coming in and out of the surf school. And they ask about what I do online. And I tell them I run a brand and I share some merchandise and I do tarot. And a lot of them are asking, oh, okay, like what's the tarot about and how does that work? And I tell them that it's, my intention is divine guidance, loving clarity, that I remind people that you are always more powerful than these cards and than myself. I have no desire to control you or have power over you. And I don't claim to be a psychic, nor do I pretend that the cards are predictive. I usually endeavor to reflect. So the cards and the way I work with the cards is that they will reflect aspects or things that are going on in your life. And then from the intention of divine guidance and loving clarity, that the readings can offer you a slightly different perspective on what's going on. They might highlight things that you were intuiting, not sure of, and then they affirm. And yeah, again, it's take what resonates, leave the rest, right? Like you're your own master. We are very much living in times where claiming our personal power, being able to heal our hearts, like it's warranted right now. We as a people, I believe, need to come back into our heart and endeavor to work with love. And that doesn't look like anything for anybody, you know what I mean? We're all on this healing journey. It's all contained in love. And I, for so many years, when I do lives, I'm very much just channeling the messages, and I use tarot as a tool to channel those messages. And sometimes I'll sort of back away from looking too much at the comments, and sometimes the moderators will turn up and help with, you know, just scaling back on the trolling energy and all that kind of stuff. Check out the brand though. Feel free to check out the merchandise. There's the shop. I think you can see the shop somewhere on the screen there. And of course, you're welcome to visit my website. You can subscribe and just be notified and or book private readings, book a yoga session. Thanks you guys. Thank you for the likes. Feel free to subscribe as well. I'll endeavor to keep doing some live readings, and I'm jigging things around with the Patreon community. I've pulled back a little, but I'm gonna reinsert some juicy content for the patrons as well. Okie dokie. So new moon in Aquarius, January 29th, January 30th. Hey, good start. This is really nice. So this is for the All to Love Collective. This is for anybody who stumbles across this video, and or this is for the people in earnest who need to hear these messages. Again, my intention with tarot is divine guidance and loving clarity. I'm a huge believer in practices of things like breath work and meditation and yoga as a way to sensitize ourselves, as a way to kind of become more human, you know, like feel and experience our direct reality. Nature is good. Connecting with other humans can be good too. And check out the brand, you guys. Feel free to give us a like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate everyone's support here. So let's get into the reading. We have a 9 of Cups. This is a fantastic energy. This is the central energy. This is wishes fulfilled and feeling really good about our accomplishments, right? Feeling really good about who we are, what we've achieved, what we've been through, right? Overcoming. So this energy too is overcoming instability or overcoming possibly even deception, instability. So people that we work with, people that we endeavor to put foundations down with, this has been cut out, and then we're in the kind of, so you alone are good enough, right? And you alone have enough benevolence and good luck to release the things that are not stable, essentially, or people, material possessions, work stuff, affiliates, or something like this, you know, people that we engage with to have a really solid foundation. This is reverse. So this is not happening, but you're feeling good. This is a luck energy. So we're gonna take it. Hi, Michelle. We have some regulars here. Michelle, hi, happy to be here. Hi, everybody. So there's a new beginning. Lover of the Most High, eternal power. It's very early in the morning, and at the minute, I have a roommate. I'm going to be moving to a new apartment on Saturday. I feel kind of bad for my roommate. She's a night hawk. I'm a morning person. Anywho, can you guys hear me okay? This is, so Knight of Cups reverse coming into this instability. For some of us, there's a lack of connection and or a lack of reciprocity in our one-on-one relationships, whether it's business, romantic, friendships. It seems that in the recent past or on the approach, we're like distancing ourselves from, so Knight of Cups is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. It's also connected to the one-on-one relationship. So it's almost like something that someone was offering and or endeavoring to create wasn't what it appeared, wasn't genuine, I'm hearing. And regardless, it wasn't creating the foundation that you were endeavoring to create. At one point I saw an Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new opportunity coming in here. And this is for the new moon energy. This is for the All to Love and All to Love TV collective. Nice. Ooh. Yeah. King of Pentacle. This is foundational and or financial support, or maybe this is also like a bossing up energy. The 10 of Wands reverse. So we've released some burdens, carrying energies from other people, taking on too much from other people, sort of like breaking our back in doing so. Maybe we're cutting out people pleasing patterns. Maybe we're, putting boundaries in, or just not taking on energy from other people anymore. But this is a glow up or a power up in your ability to finance your life. The Hanged Man. What's the Hanged Man about? I'm just hearing, wait, okay. So, couple messages here. So, the Hanged Man is a major arcana, obviously. It's like, wait, pause. But then the cards clarifying there's a reason. And the Hanged Man is a protective energy in this regard. You will receive a message. For some of you, the Hanged Man is representative of like, like maybe a circle of friends or people around us that don't really have our back, because we've got these 2 3s now. So the foundational support that's leaving because it's not real, it's not what it appears to be, or it's not actually creating a more stable foundation. And then the Hanged Man. So for some of you, if you're growing in wealth, if you're feeling lucky and therefore like becoming more powerful, cutting out some old patterns or cutting out some old energies, the Hanged Man energy is protecting you from, I almost want to say, like manipulation, people that pretend to be your friends but they're not really your friends, a bit of gossip here. And again, all these cups in the reverse would be finally breaking free from energy that is not reciprocal. People that want to give or want to share, but they're not able to really share in the same capacity. And again, they're not in the loving sharing. There's no real foundation here. So this is actually a very kind of autonomous energy, because this is in the upright. This is the first card. This is the central energy in the upright. You're feeling lucky. You've been doing or have done some good work, and you should be proud of that. Like, you're feeling really good about who you are, despite the fact that maybe we're feeling unstable financially. Maybe we feel let down by people around us or by friends around us. And yet, this feeling good about who you are is actually helping to shed, release, or finally let go of old energies, old patterns that didn't work for us, right? Or that are no longer working for us. And the King of Pentacles is like a power up, a boss up, like I'm in charge, I'm hearing. So just one more card from this deck. Thanks for being here, you guys. Feel free to subscribe. I endeavor to do the daily shares. I share really intuitively, often share really vulnerably as well. So yeah, it's really warranted. Some of you in the recent past probably have gone through something where you like took a new beginning and it didn't seem to work, or have like sort of endeavored to balance some scales in your material world, or maybe even giving too much of self. But there's a Tower reverse and a Fool reverse. So this would be like a new beginning that didn't work out. I'm thinking of the Uranian activity in Taurus, and it's almost as if some of these energies are just the things that are out of our control. Work situations that didn't work out, business things, but there's also a charitable act. But again, this is in the reverse. So people giving, but it's not really what it seems. The Tower reverse. Sometimes when the tower's reversed, it's like we don't want to look at it, but the tower's coming down, whether we like it or not. So yeah, Uranus is often that energy of like, we can follow our intuition and preempt and make positive change, but if we deny making that change, Uranus will do it for us, and it will take things away. I just heard something about like it will squelch any new beginning. It will almost send us down the wrong path to like get us back on the right path. And for some of you, it is regarding love. It is regarding the lover's energy, and I'm hearing something about like a false perception. Because the Two of Cups is reversed as well, that maybe we're outgrowing like a perception around love, or I want to say certain ideations that we have around love. And I'm also hearing about like Aquarian energy is really authentic. And it's Saturnian. It's Saturnian, so there is a bit of a hard edge around that, as in, so like an Aquarian energy like wants to be authentic or wants to express who they are. And in the higher octave, we want to express who we are in unity, right? So our authentic expression and our truth, right? Being transparent, being honest is an aspect of that Aquarian energy. And that new moon was at, I think, 9 degrees of Aquarius, and we've had a sequential new moon energy all coming in at the number 9, and this is a year 9. So a lot of us are really kind of working with finalities, right? Like, I'm not taking on other people's energy anymore. We're done, right? And this is actually empowering your person, your individuality, your authenticity. And yet, some of these shattering illusions have been about, you could even say the kind of like, love is lovely, but when it comes to the universal unconditional love, a lot of that loving container has to do with feeling a whole lot of pain and honoring it. Nobody else is here to validate us except for ourselves, right? And in truth, when it comes to that emotional alchemy and that healing process, it's we ourselves that have to endeavor it. No one's going to hold our hand necessarily through that. And or if we do have loving support systems and people around us, we do have people that can at least be present for us, right? But yeah, with the Aquarian energy, it's like shattering illusions that deny your authenticity, right? Justice. This is a positive transformation, my lovers. It's just, we're still a little bit in that wait pause. The Hanged Man energy is protective. And in this regard, the Hanged Man energy, as in you're feeling like things aren't moving forward, it's because the Hanged Man is protecting you from toxicity, possibly, from manipulation, from people who pretend like they care but they don't. gossips, people that talk behind your back, people that might be abusing substances. And there's the new beginning. And a Father of Cups upright, so there's definitely like an upgrade happening. But again, like this upgrade can come via losses or, you know, apparent losses. I want to get a bit more energy on the Fool reverse and the Tower reverse with that Six of Pentacles reversed here. Again, it feels like quite a massive psychological shift, like a denouement, like a few things unfolded that led to this sort of psychological reframe. Like, oh my gosh, love isn't that at all, or I thought this new beginning was taking me here, but it's actually taken me here. And it's like illusions. Things are not necessarily what they appear to be. I think this is possibly kind of quite general, but I feel this too. Like some of us might be feeling just a bit alone, a little bit isolated. The King of Pentacles over top Six of Cups. I get a sense of reminiscing, you know, or nostalgia, missing our friends, or feeling at a distance from our community, like watching people from afar, having fun, having a good time, and we're not quite part of it. But then I'm hearing bossing up, like there's a big boss up energy here. Some of you might be looking at moving, potentially. Moving house, that is. Lots and lots of Fool energy. So it's sort of wiping the slate clean. Lots of new beginning energy, like brand new Fool. Because we're not taking the baggage with us. We're letting the baggage go. We're letting the old energy patterns go. Some of you guys, again, this is a little bit coming in the future, but some of you guys might get a message about an inheritance. Father clock I'm hearing, or something, like, or a grandfather clock. Ten of Pentacles, it's reverse, and in this deck, there's this sort of elderly father figure sitting on top of the bullseye of the estate. And then the people in the image are in black. So that specific Ten of Pentacles definitely gives me a sense of like inheritances, right? Things that we get from the losses. And there's a message coming in about it. I want a bit more clarity just as to the reversal. There's a message here saying, can you guess my star sign? So I love astrology. I'm a bit obsessed on a personal level, and I like to discuss it with people. But I'm not an astrologer. That's not my like main work. I'm an intuitive, and really accessing sort of the quantum. And I use tarot, so I work with tarot, and I do really kind of healing work via yoga, meditation, and breath work. I'm not an astrologer, so no, I wouldn't be able to guess your star sign. So the message coming in, the inheritance, there's something a bit heavy about it. As in, it's like a long lost dream, or breaking out of isolation. Our ability to dream can help us break free from isolation. Breakthrough. I also saw the playfulness card, so that's a little bit of a key around just our ability to enjoy life. And I mean, that was personally something I applied for this gig in Morocco, because things were very sticky, and I was, struggling with certain things personally. And coming to Morocco for a few weeks has just allowed for some sunshine and the waves and the playfulness, let alone the wind, and not being able to sleep because the wind is knocking everything about outside. But most nights have been all right. But the message coming in, there, an aspect of something we could only have ever dreamed of, that can help soften us and break us out of isolation. Okay. And then that is like, okay, so say there is an inheritance, the patience card has just come up. So that would be an indication of just, we're going to have, again, with the Hanged Man here, there is a windfall. Okay, there is a sort of chunk of change or a positive shift financially, but we're having to wait. We're having to employ patience here. I'll just remind everybody, these are general readings. They're for fun and entertainment. They're a way to engage with you guys. They're a way to connect. They're a way to promote my brand. This says Meditation Vabereich. Over the years, I just made up these different words that are kind of random, but it's the lingo, And then I've just made sweatshirts and things around love and vibratories. So feel free to check that out. There's baseball caps, there's bags, there's all sorts on the store. And again, like, you're the master. Tarot, people on the internet, etc., they don't have power over us. And that's what the book is about, really, is like emotional alchemy to heal our heart and to endeavor to actually feel more love than fear. And of course, we can all get triggered, etc. But the more we alchemize the trauma, the more we alchemize these deeper ancestral wounds that the majority of us are carrying, the more we can perceive through love. And then when we follow that, the more our lives will reflect that. At the same time, I'm aware that we all have a personal journey, and at times, I would say we all have really difficult lessons to learn. And it's challenging. And taking responsibility can be deeply painful and challenging. And yet, I continue to reflect. It's like, so long as there's pain in the world, we have pain to alchemize from within self. And that at this stage, I sort of feel that even, fighting things to a certain degree isn't necessarily the way, unless it's your way. But I continue to drop into that peaceful state of love and be guided by that and trust in that. And I think with deepening the lessons, there's more surrender. There's more like relinquishing control, because in essence, control is coming from a place of fear, and that there's no mental knowing except for the experience that we're experiencing, and to be present to that experience, which is where the embodiment work comes in, right? There's so much of it. There's so much of it out there in the world, to learn, to study, to reflect on things, or or to just live, you know, and to be here now and to live. It's very profound, and yet so often is the case. A lot of us are just breaking free from different illusions around the control system, or endeavoring personal freedom via an enslavement paradigm, right? So, and that enslavement is all at once in our own mind, but it's also a program. So there are collective agreements around all this. And regardless of it being a sort of idealized version of our future, endeavoring greater empathy and compassion is an aspect of our evolutionary growth. And it's not like there's going to be some quick fix right away, but our ability to recognize our collective deservedness, to stand in loving power, like to really stand in that loving power versus giving that power to hatred and vitriol, because there's plenty of that, you know, and I think we're all just constantly learning and growing as we learn. But it's like that signature I was talking about, the Aquarian authenticity is really via a knowing that we are a collective, right? So this idea that we're moving into an Aquarian age is all at once part of the collective shadow work, to heal the past grievances, right? And to recognize that the distortion via disconnection, and truly just the birthing of an economy, and having this sort of transactional reality disconnects us right from the get-go. You know, in truth, part of our connectivity has to do with the earth herself and feeling connected to the earth. And if we're not connected to the earth, then what are we connected to? We're connected to a false matrix, right? Or this money paradigm stuff is sort of some people stealing from the planet and then selling it back to us. But we're all by birthright, you know, deserving to be here. So it's really our enlightened awareness that can see through the illusion of the matrix and live in greater loving freedom. It's not really through trying to intellectualize everything that's wrong with the world, because that could just spin us round in circles, right? It's like in the totality of your being, seeing the truth, which is within you. The truth shall set you free, not the matrix, my lovers. Goody good. Okie dokie. So the final cards here, along with all the new beginnings and feeling really powerful and having a bit of a glow up, certainly maybe in business or just your personal sense of stability, and a big probably release point with regards to lack of stability or lack of trust, having integrated past failures or things that didn't work out or things that weren't balanced, harmonizing and integrating that. It's like the hero's journey. I think for some of you, you're going to come full circle. The shaman card is here. So I kind of get a feeling from the shaman card with the midheaven. It's like there's a growth in power. So some of you could be teaching or working with like shamanic healers. Hold on to this, right? Some of you are getting activations as well. Some of you with the Kundalini card are likely to be feeling more like spiritually charged. I'm also getting a feeling of like sensuality. So for some of you, self-care and attuning to like just the stuff that feels good, like giving yourself permission to have certain pleasures. And be patient. If some of you are waiting on an inheritance or even like a financial kickback of sorts, the message is coming, but you might have to wait for it. As in, it might feel a bit delayed, but the delay is protecting you from maybe manipulation. And yeah, there's just an upgrade on a personal level that eventually is going to bring in more appropriate counterparts for you. More reflective, more balanced. But again, you're in a hanged man energy, so it's not like you're going to see movement right away or quick things coming in. There's a bit of a pause. Wait. Luxuriate, just feeling good. Straight up. And then Kundalini as well. For some of you, it's also like your perception is going through quite a metamorphosis. So be patient with yourself. Keep integrating. Yes, keep integrating the work you've done. Because there's some really positive energy, but there's likely to be, hola, Jess, how are you, chica? It's like there's a huge upgrade, but we're still like processing lots as well. Like we're having to process and integrate lots of past experiences, as we're also very aware that there's new energy and it's positive and it feels good, and we're going to move towards that feeling good energy. And there's a little bit of financial kickback. There's a positive growth with regards to your own generating of materiality, or self-resourcing, or just creating more material resources for yourself. But huge psychological transformation, maybe around the idea of love, romantic love, reciprocity. There's something about people pleasing here too. I think this is a lot to do with letting go of people pleasing. And it's making me think again of something I saw recently about like somebody saying, yoga, meditation, these are not the highest forms of spirituality. The highest form of spirituality is to be honest and truthful, like all the time, to be transparent, to be honest. And that can be really challenging, right? And so often is the case when we are honest, when we're transparent, the people that are not real, the people that don't actually are not able to, based on their level of awareness, to create that solid structure and foundation through our authenticity and through our courage, we will find our way. We will find our personal freedom, joy, good luck. And I'm hearing something about, it's written in the stars, my lovers. Hold the ground in love. I think that's everything I got to say on that. Just T, nice to see you here for show. Sure, you came into my awareness recently, or through one of the apps. Yeah, so I'm still on the TikTok. I am still dabbling on Instagram, but I might end up departing from the meta. I'm not sure. And otherwise, thanks for being here, my YouTube familia. I really appreciate every single one of you. Check out the merchandise. We do ship everywhere. It's all sustainably sourced and 100% organic cotton. And again, there's like some baseball caps, there's some tote bags. And also, if you like the content and if you appreciate the brand, feel free to share it around with your friends and family. And of course, if you're interested in getting a private reading, feel free to book it via my website, altalove.com. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy new moon. Happy new energy. Let's keep loving. Okay. Peace out.